black guy in a car explaining to you how to listen to Eminem. What up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you keep hitting me off with them cash apps to CLBMG. Listen, man, I'm in the car and I listen to Eminem's new album, The Death of Slim Shady. And what I understand, I watched a lot of people's reviews and a lot of people's opinions, and yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth. And what's my guy, the heavyset dude that keep going on Vlad, Aries Spears, he's saying Eminem should be in your top 10 and da. He's one of the few black guys that's defending Eminem's name and coming out and saying Eminem this, Eminem that, right? But I realize right now, a lot of my contemporaries, they don't know how to listen to Eminem, because a lot of my peers, old and young, have been compromised. And I say this with a open heart of love. A lot of you guys are compromised. And I'm going to be honest, some of my closest friends, my man Dale, he does the reviews on my other channel, on Old Folks Only channel. He just put up a review of the Eminem album, and I found it interesting. And I just see a lot of people. And what I'm understanding is a lot of my friends and peers and these people online that's supposed to be veterans of the hip hop game, and they supposed to be I see them on Twitter with the blue check marks, and and I see the YouTubers that are gonna do their reviews of Eminem, and they have so much to say about the beats and the lyrical cadences and the features and da. And what they forgot that makes hip hop what it is the fun. I really believe you guys, if it ain't an outright straight up joke, you don't know what fun hip hop is anymore. You're rating everything for the beat and the structure of the rhyme, the actual words, and you're putting, my friends, this is real stuff. I want to talk to you. My hip hop contemporary friends, you are boxing your lyrical content into this. If it doesn't sit in that box, you think it's whack. I'm going to be honest. Let me give you an example. If I spit a rhyme, right? If I spit a rhyme and my rhyme sounds like Black Thought, my rhyme sounds like Nas, my rhyme sounds like Conway, you're going to say it's a dope rhyme. It's in a box at this point. It's in a box. You're in a box. You don't understand the box you're in. You're listening for a certain type of trigger word. You're looking for certain words. You're looking for certain vowels. You're looking for certain content. And if you don't get that content, it's whack. Case in point, there's a YouTuber who reviewed the Common Sense and P-Rock. It's not Common Sense anymore, it's just regular Common. You know, Lonnie Lynn Common, the rapper, he has a new album with Pete Rock, right? This is a straight up, this dude is a new channel. He's you could tell he's a purist. He's been listening to hip hop since Wu-Tang, right? He's a purist, right? And his critique, he said, if I have to give this album any critique, right? He said the two critiques. All of the beats are sounding similar, and it needs more features. And actually, he had another critique. He said Common needed to be more aggressive. Those are his critiques. He needed the beats to be more diverse, and he needed more features to bring out the diversity of these beats, and he needed Common to be more aggressive. You're telling this man who put out an amazing piece of content the way he wanted the content. He made grown folk music with soulful samples. That was another critique he said. It's too many samples. I'm like, what is happening, bro? Like, dead ass. We're picking these things apart. We're not accepting nothing the way it's supposed to be anymore. We're listening to critique. We're not listening and letting it be what it is. So I'm going to go back to the Eminem. You're missing the fun of this music. When hip hop started and we would get a new record, it was fun. It was like this, bro. We were so excited to hear anything that them rappers had to say. And you know how I know that we were more open to stuff? Because some of the rap that you go back to now that we're saying was great was the goofiest stuff you would ever hear in your life. Some of Run DMC songs are so goofy, you wonder why you even like those songs in the first place. You talk too much. Homeboy, you never shut up. Ha ha, you talk too much. Right? EPMD got a song called You Overdid It, Holmes. You had too much to drink. You overdid it, Holmes. You had too much to drink. It's comedic rap. We used to have a ton of it. We used to have a ton of comedic rap. Right now, if you put out a comedic rap song, it is instant stamped whack. Instant. They have no tolerance at all for something outside of that bubble I told you about. Now, check most of these guys that say what something, first of all, they don't even give you nothing can be good anymore. It has to have a critique. They can't put out a review or something. Like I told you, this guy, he critiqued Common, who just put out a masterpiece. I'll say it because you guys can't. The Auditorium Volume 1 is a masterpiece. Yes, it could be a little bit better, but it's a masterpiece. And he had nothing but critiques for the album. And if you listen to many, and a lot of these YouTubers just need something to talk about, right? They have to have something to talk about. Because if they don't have nothing to talk about, then you're not going to click it. So they got to find and pick at things and say that this is whack and this and that and that. So if it don't fit the bubble, they're scared to say anything good about it. Right? And I love Black Thought as much as the next person. Black Thought is one of the best ever. Technically. I'm going to say something blasphemous, though. I can't sit and listen to Black Thought on repeat. I listen to Black Thought's albums once or twice. They fire. But how many times, how much replay is that? And that's my guy. I like Black Thought. Right? Probably like pound for pound. I'm just going to be honest with you. Pound for pound, nobody is literally seeing Black Thought. Like line for line, bar for bar. No one. No one. But is that a good album that I'm going back to? You know what albums I go back to? The concept albums. For some reason, people can't sit through concept albums. This album, Shady, the coup de grace, is a concept album. Many of my contemporaries have almost a disdain for concept albums. They didn't like Mr. Morale, right? They didn't like American Gangster, which was a concept album, right? They don't like this, the Death of Slim Shady. It is a concept album. Very well put together at that. Now, when I say it's a concept album, I mean it's telling a story from beginning to end. If you're not going to listen to the story from beginning to end, it's not going to make any sense for you to put the album on. If you're going to pick through the album and try to find the beats that you think are dope and the beats that are whack and the lyrics that are whack and the lyrics that are dope, that's not what a concept album is about. When you're doing a concept album, you have concepts that you're trying to touch on and you flow through the album with the concepts. You are not doing the album to make dope beats. Maybe that song doesn't call for that dope ass beat that you want it to be. Like when Kendrick dissed Drake, right? With Meet the Grams, people's like, oh, I wish it was a better beat. The beat was supposed to be dark and kind of scary, right? A lot of these guys couldn't process that it was a concept record because they got a bubble and they want everything in the bubble. So the beats all gotta be in the bubble or they're whack. And the rhymes gotta be in the bubble or it's whack. So if the bubble don't have that type of style in it, then it's whack. And my friends don't understand this. They are getting away from hip hop. They are training their ears to be in a bubble. And I promise you, if I take all of my friends' last top 20 albums that they said were good, they will fit right in this bubble. They're losing the spirit of this thing. They're losing it. They don't understand that they're getting an old ear that wants to hear the same thing that they've been hearing that's for 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. However long they're starting to pick the stuff they like. Right? Which I make that makes sense. You're going to pick the stuff you like. Listen, when I listen to an album, I'm going to, if I like it, I'm going to play the whole album. I know that's an insane, absurd concept, playing a whole album. But I'm going to play the whole album, either I like it or I don't. And yes, there are certain songs. I don't do a lot of skipping, bro. I'll cut it off before I do a lot of skipping through the album. Right? I'm just different, bro. When I put on Mr. Morale, I'm going to put on Mr. Morale. And if I don't want to hear all the stuff before, I'll start it 8 songs in because I've heard the first seven over many times. So I'll put the 8th one on and let it flow. But I'm not reaching and doing a lot of skipping and I'm making playlists. I'm taking 3 songs off your album, putting 3 songs on this album. But I don't do it like why would I do that? To me, this is my only thoughts. This is my own thoughts. So with the Eminem album, I'm going to just play it. I'm going to play it because you know why? It's a concept album and I want to get the full concept of the album. I don't want to hear the songs that's in my bubble, track 12, track 14, and that's all I hear from the album. If that's the case, I don't want to hear the album. I'm just sorry. If it's a concept album, let me hear it in the concept that it was created in. Now, yes, you may have a song that's just that bad and okay, I'm going to skip that one. I don't need to hear that one. That's a skit, da-da-da. I'm just a person who takes whole pieces of art as they come. And if that beat is a little wonky, if that's not like, oh, well, he heard something in that beat, let me hear what he's hearing. Let me hear that rhyme. I'm not listening to a lot of songs, a lot of albums that got a lot of wonky stuff on them. So when I say my contemporaries don't know how to listen to Eminem, they really don't because they're looking for the beats that they already like. And if they don't like it, they won't hear it again. They will not play that song ever again. I feel like it's unfair to pick songs from a concept album, 3 or 4 songs, and say those are the good songs. When I make an album that's supposed to be about me and my grandma from track 1 to track 15 and all these different spaces and places and phases we've gone through in life, and you're going to pick 2 and 7 and say those are the best songs on there and that's it. The rest is garbage. I would have rather you not listen to my album. I would rather you not give me a critique of my music because you're really not being fair to the album. Just going to be honest to you. So the simple fact of the matter is I listened to Slim Shady, Cool Day Gras from more than once from the beginning. I didn't skip nothing. Even when I started it over, I don't skip. It's a concept album. Get into the concept. Now, if I'm just a regular rapper skipping through the album trying to find what's dope, this joint going to irritate me because he got a lot of Slim Shady content on here. Well, the Slim Shady content, this is supposed to be a young-minded, immature character. So he's going to say immature stuff. If you put the album on looking for Black Thought in the bubble, you're looking for Nas. Of course, it's going to be garbage. You can't process a concept album. You can't process something that's comedic, right? And you can't process original content that is not trying to be hippity hop. It is trying to be art, and it's trying to be outside of the bubble. And my contemporaries do not know how to listen outside of bubbles anymore. They don't got time. I get it. We're working. We got kids. We got bills. We got stuff going on. We don't got time to try to figure out your concepts. Make the beat good, make the rhymes good, and leave it at that. And that's all we got. And that's what I'm trying to say. My contemporaries are becoming stale with their music. I'm about to end it like this. One of the most heartbreaking things to me is when people say Mr. Morale is not a good piece of content. And when I go back and listen to it, I'm looking for something so different and amazing, and that's what I'm hearing. And my contemporaries, if you ask them what songs they like, they the most cliche songs on it. Oh, I like that one because that beat, da-da-da-da. It's all in the bubble. Let me just tell you, I like everything on Mr. Morale. Every single song. Every song. And the only song, I can be honest with you, the only song that I even consider skipping, and sometimes I just don't want to hear it, is the one with him and the girl screaming in the back of fuck your dad, like that, the arguing song. That is the only song that I could possibly, because I don't need to hear them screaming and yelling at each other all the time. But other than that, everything on Mr. Morale is going to go. I'm going to play it because the concept, it makes no sense to pull it out of concept. Some of these songs are part of a journey. And you can't pull a journey apart and say, well, that's the best part of the journey. That's not how this works. So, in conclusion, I feel like half of these people giving these opinions are basing it on a bubble of their own making with almost little to no input outside of what they already want to hear. If it's not exactly like they want to hear, they're going to dismiss it. I'm sure, and I'm going to put money on this, Eminem could do an album that you thought was the greatest shit in the world if he just wanted to just please the backpack bubblehead dudes with regular rap. Eminem is making music for his fans at this point. He doesn't care. He stopped trying to impress you. I'm just going to be honest. His fans, that's why the album is doing so well. He's not trying to impress you anymore. The fact that he made an album called The Death of Slim Shady, the fact that he built a whole concept around Slim Shady tells you he does not care anymore what you think. He's doing an album for his fans and the people that get it. They can enjoy comedic content that is structured to be a concept album from beginning to end. It is not going to fit in a bubble of hip hop because I don't think that amazes him anymore. It doesn't amaze a lot of us anymore. The people that are more creative with this, we don't just want to hear boom bap. And I'm taking it a step further. When I hear an album that's just boom bap, that shit is boring. I'm just going to be honest. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. CLBMG, let me know what you feel. If you think I'm on to something, let me know. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.